Good day, everyone. In the past two chapters, we have been understanding what a drone is, what are the types of drones, and what are the applications of drones. We also understood the physics and the relevant terms that we need to keep in mind while understanding a drone. Now, keeping all the knowledge in mind, let us start with designing the drone. However, we need to follow proper steps to design a drone. Usually, it's a misconception that people should follow that drone building should immediately start with the frame. No, it's much more detailed steps on how do you design a good drone. For the same reason, we will be designing the drone step by step in our next couple of chapters. I request the students please follow this process when you are designing a drone. Let's start with first step of understanding the requirements of the mission. As per my experience, I have always been approached by people to ask whether can a drone do this particular thing, like map the terrain or do survey of the mine, and many such particular queries. The problem with such queries is that they are so broad that you actually don't know why you are flying the drone. This especially is problematic because then you don't know which sensor is the best sensor or which drone should I use. And you usually end up flying a drone which does not do what is required. Therefore, whenever you get a question, can your drone do this application? Wait, first ask what is the requirement. It can be as specific as finding the moisture content in the soil, or finding the number of trees in a particular area, or even inspecting the power lines over a stretch. But the key is understanding the details of what is required, because that will be the main part for designing the drone, choosing the sensors, and deciding the mission plan. The next part of is then understanding why a drone is required in that particular scenario. What advantage does a drone which no other option can give? This is required since many times I have experienced people want to use drones for everything, whereas there can be simpler solutions also. For example, monitoring traffic at night where a drone can't be used for night flying. So first and foremost, understand the requirement. Then understand how a drone is adding value to solve that requirement. It can be either adding value in terms of time, for example, for scanning a forest fire area or using drones to search and rescue animals. This is very much required to design a good drone because now you know where it is adding value and your focus is providing the maximum value you can give in it. This part I have found out especially when I had to make good drone designs because my selection of type of drone, selection of sensors was precise and I knew what the sensor is doing, what the data is picking up and what can you do with that data. This is why understanding why a drone required is beneficial in this case. Once you have understood what is the exact requirement and why a drone is required, the next step you have to look is at the pros and cons. The pros of a drone you will definitely have been looking at in the previous step. However, it is always beneficial to list them so that it's useful while talking about what you are doing with the drone. For example, using the drone might help you reduce the time taken for a particular operation. But along with that, it can be that the video that is being recorded or looked at live stream is helping you in taking particular decisions also. One of the application I have used the same is for drone patrolling, where using the drone not only helped in reducing time, but also applying computer vision algorithms to the feed coming in helped in doing an array of applications, such as computer traffic management, finding the cars doing the violations, and so on. It is also required to look at the cons of using a drone. The good part about doing this is while mission planning or while deciding onto the safety measures while flying the drone, this is very much imperative. This actually helps you design a better mission as compared to without listing out the cons, you don't know how the mission would be. For example, if you have to fly over the road, which can be dangerous, you can fly at the side of the railing. Or if you have to do a drone patrolling of a particular area, you can decide the flight path based on the hazards that are present in this area. Therefore, it is always better to look at the pros and cons of using the drone before actually applying the drone to fulfill the requirement. To summarize, we first looked at understanding the requirement, what is the exact requirement and understanding why a drone is required and what are the pros and cons of using the drone in that particular application. This is the first step to do always while successfully designing a drone. In our next step, we will understand how to convert these requirements into specifications of a drone. Thank you very much.